Hello everyone, this is the Sports Spiral, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you my picks for Week 13 of the NFL. There were no Thursday games this week, so that's why I'm recording this video so late into the week. So let's start out with the Saints versus the Falcons. The Saints won big over the Broncos last week, and the Falcons had the big upset blowout versus the Raiders, so it's unexpected. But for the Falcons, I think that's a one-time thing. I think for them to actually for me to actually know that they'll get that good, they would have to have more wins and just look better. Overall, I trust the Saints offense with Taysom Hill, and the running game is looking good. So I've got the Saints in this one, 27-16. The Saints defense has also been looking pretty good. Then we have what should be a pretty intriguing matchup. We have the Browns versus the Titans, and the Titans, Derrick Henry has been looking amazing. Ryan Tannehill has not been too spectacular, but he's been good enough, and I think that can lift the Titans over the Browns. For the Browns, Baker Mayfield is looking good. Nick Chubb is looking good. Their offense is looking pretty good as a whole, but I just think the Titans' offense is a little better than the Browns' offense. So I've got the Titans in a close one, 31-24 over the Browns. Okay, next up we have the Dolphins versus the Bengals, and the Bengals lost their starting quarterback, Joe Burrow, due to an injury, and I believe Tua won't be playing for the Dolphins. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick will start again, but still, the Dolphins' defense has been looking great. Their offense has not been looking too great, but they do enough to get it done versus one of the worst teams in the Bengals. So I've got the Dolphins handling this one, 24-10. Okay, next up we have the Jaguars. Mike Glennon started last week versus the Browns and looked pretty good, throwing for 2 touchdown passes. And the Vikings, Dalvin Cook is looking good, and Kirk Cousins is looking good. They're not anything amazing for the Vikings, but I think they can win a close one here over the Jaguars. I think with Mike Glennon, the Jaguars have a chance to win some games. So I've got the Vikings in a close one, 31-27. Okay, next up we have an AFC South matchup between the Colts and the Texans. The Colts fell to the Titans last week, and I think they will recover. They're going against the Texans, which have been looking better as of late. Deshaun Watson has been doing a great job, but I think the Colts still win this one close, 33-27. That's my pick. Okay, then we have the Raiders. They lost to the Falcons last week trying to get a win, and I think they can get a win, but it's not going to be too big over the Jets. I've got them 37-27. The Jets probably won't score that much points, but yeah, it's not going to be too much of a blowout for the Raiders because they got blown out last week. So yeah, I've got the Raiders 37-27. Then we have the Seahawks versus the Giants, and I think Russell Wilson can get it done. He's been looking great this season, and that Seahawks defense is starting to look better. At one point, we were like, "Oh, the Seahawks defense is not good at all," but they are starting to look better, and going against a Giants team that's like tied for the best in their conference, but still not good. I think they can win in a pretty close one, 27-21 is my pick. Okay, so these teams have been up and down. These are like the two mediocre teams in the NFC West Conference. We have the Arizona Cardinals versus the LA Rams, and I think Arizona can get it done in a close one. I think the quarterback of the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, he's better than Jared Goff. Jared Goff throws too many interceptions, and yeah, I like the Cardinals in a close one here, 27-24 to my pick. Okay, then next up we have the Patriots versus the Chargers. We'll see if Justin Herbert can do what it takes to beat the Patriots, and I don't think he can. Um, the Patriots with Cam Newton have been looking pretty good. Up and down season for the Patriots overall, though. But Cam Newton, I think, does enough in this game to beat the struggling Chargers. 30-24 is my pick for this game. Okay, next up we have the Packers versus the Eagles, and the Eagles have a struggling offense. Carson Wentz just can't find much of a rhythm, can't get too much going for Philadelphia. I think they can score like 24 points, something in that range, but the Packers have a really good offense. Aaron Rodgers is looking great, so I've got the Packers here by about 10 points, 33-24. Okay, the Chiefs should have it pretty easy versus the Broncos. 31-20 is my pick. The Broncos do have an actual quarterback starting in Drew Lock, and I think they can put up some points on the Chiefs to make it a little close. But the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, their offense, it's just too good for this one to be close. So I've got the Chiefs pulling away, and I've got them 31-20. Okay, Pittsburgh is taking on Washington, and though the Steelers looked a little off in their game versus the Ravens, they're not. I think they will be. They'll look better here. I've got them 33-14, which might seem like a bit much considering that the Washington football team has actually been playing pretty good recently. But the Steelers defense, I think, it's so good, and their offense has looked pretty good with Ben Roethlisberger. I think where they made their mistakes last week, they fixed them, and I think the Steelers win big in this one. Okay, then we have the 49ers versus the Bills. The 49ers have had a up and down season this year. They've had many injury problems, but I think they can keep it close with the Buffalo Bills, who have been looking pretty good. But I just think Josh Allen and this Bills offense, that's enough to win the game. 20-20 Bills is my pick. Okay, then we have the last game, the Ravens versus the struggling Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys got blown out by Washington last week, and I think they'll get blown out here again. The Ravens should get Lamar Jackson back here, and I think they can put up a ton of points. 37-17 is my pick. The Cowboys are just not looking good at all. So, yeah, that is going to do it for my picks this week. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and check out my other channels. And this is the Sports Spiral, signing out.